You know, bruh, I wear this hat, right?
Right.
And I love wearing this hat I got on my head because of one man, Jimmy Butler.
Mm-hmm.
And I've said numerous times on this show how much I want that brother to win a title.
Right.
Should have been a Bull, should have always stayed a Bull.
Mm-hmm.
But inside this silver flask, this silver cup I have in my hand is drank to calm down the nerves of a struggling Heat fan.
Right.
A Heat fan that can't understand how in the world are we in a game 7 with a team that clearly has more talent than us.
Mm-hmm.
But if you go back through this series and you see it, America, down here on this screen at the bottom, we are the worst number 1 seed I've ever seen in my life. We terrible bad and good all at the same time. I cannot understand my Miami Heat. I can't understand them. You go to the first 3 games of this series, we only won 2 quarters. And we up 2-1 in this series, and we
Mm-hmm.
only won 2 quarters in this whole then the first 3 games of this series.
Mm-hmm.
We had an explosive third
Mm-hmm.
in the first game.
Mm-hmm.
We got blasted in the second game. And we had one big quarter in game 3, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the reason we were up 2-1. Every other time the Boston Celtics either won a quarter or tied a quarter. They either deuced or half. We deuced the half with the Boston Celtics. It's just crazy to me. But it's like I have to back up and think to myself, what does it? Is it the coaching? Is it Spo? Is it just luck? Maybe it's just some luck involved. Maybe we came out so explosive and Boston just could not bounce back. And them two, that game 3 and that game 1, where we had those explosive quarters, it was like, okay, how does a team come back from a 20-point deficit in a quarter? Like, you can't manage that. Most teams cannot manage that, other than the Warriors, let's just say.
Mm-hmm.
And then we play like trash at home game 5. We were trash at home game 5. We look like we look like the Kings out there.
All right.
We look like the Sacramento Kings out there. Max Struess was shooting, and he was just I'm like, stop pulling,
like uh,
Jimmy.
like Harlem Nights. Stop it! Stop it!
Stop,
Don't
just
shoot
stop,
that little motherfucker no more.
stop shooting that shit. Like, that's where I'm at. Like, just stop. I got Kyle Lowry out here, and you know my history with Kyle Lowry.
Oh yeah, I forgot you and your boy.
And I'm just like,
You and your boy.
why you shooting? Like, you ain't been healthy all year, look like. You ain't been Toronto Kyle. What you doing?
Right.
Jimmy was just he was just missing bunnies. Bam been playing small all
That's what I. That's
series.
what I want to ask you about them two cats. That's what I want to ask you about.
But by Jimmy and Bam? Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
See, this man just had a legendary performance in Game 6,
Awesome.
but games what 3, 4, and 5? What they telling me he averaged like 9 points per for them games?
Bam or Jimmy.
Jimmy. So he go from averaging 9 points in the previous 3 games. This
It's
is
my
your
guy.
superstar. This is
My guy.
your all NBA performer, right?
He's
He on one of them teams.
yeah, 13.
And 9 points over a 3 game, or an average of 9 points over a
Average
three
of 9
game stretch,
points.
and
Yeah.
then just explode.
Yeah.
with a masterful offensive and defensive performance. What the hell be up with Jimmy with that?
So, okay. In game 3, Bam went off.
Okay,
Bam,
what's up with
Bam,
him with that? If he can explode like that, I know he's not 7 foot, but he's an athletic 6'9", six
skilled,
ten guy,
skilled, great
very
defender,
skilled.
pass, defend,
So why
shoot.
he can't go? Okay, he ain't gonna give me 30 every night. Why he can't go get me 20 every night? 20 to 23 points every night.
You saw what I put down there at the bottom. You saw what you put down on the bottom of the screen, right? I just don't know how else to explain it. Like, and look, I didn't even think about that stat. I didn't even think about that stat. Look, if you sit here and you watch that series, if you turned your sound off, and you watch that series, you would go, Boston is clearly the best team on the floor. It's not even close. Like
Like,
Al
okay,
Horford,
for the season, Bam averaged 19 and 10.
he had a great regular season. Great regular season.
But for this series, he averaging like 13.
Again,
You can't do that. He
again.
averaging 13 and 8.
And then you know what'll make it even more frustrating for America is if they win this game 7 come Sunday. And it's like, how? Because again, go back to game 6,
Mhm.
pre-game 6, and America said we were done. We were
Oh,
done.
Draymond, we're gonna play Boston.
Draymond said
That's
we're
what
gonna
we're gonna
play
play.
Boston.
Yeah.
Stephen A sad because he can't go back to South Beach one more time. Miami is done all that. And then all they tell me is they looked at Jimmy and somebody told Jimmy, I need you to give me 50 tonight. And he said all he did was nod his head.
Well, he said D Wade called him and told
Was it
him,
was
he
it
said D
what?
Wade called him and told him keep building your legacy or something like that.
Yeah.
He said that meant the world to him.
And so
Even with his knee bothering. Now he said his knee is bothering
it
pretty
is
bad.
bothering him. I know it is. I know it is. And I feel like some of that is the case
Is
with him.
Bam's knee bothering him? Because
Ain't nothing bothering Bam. He
that's a
young.
6 point drop off from his your number's supposed to go up in the playoffs if you one of them ones.
He
And,
so
and Bam is skilled, man. Like Bam,
still
he great defensively. Now he already, he do his thing defense, but it look like he can give me something. He had 19 a game in the regular season.
he can give you great he can give you those not comparing them to him, but I'm just thinking about guys that give you numbers across the board. Like remember how we used to wow over Josh Smith's stat line when Josh Smith was like balling, where he give you some of everything. Bam can give you some of everything. I'm trying to think of other guys in the league right now that can give you some of everything:
Trying to
steals,
go look
blocks,
at game by game
assists,
what he did.
rebounds.
Because if he had, you telling me he had a 30 ball one of them game. I
He had
remember
a
that.
30 ball in game 3.
And still averaging 13. That means in the rest of these games, he
Remember,
ain't doing
and
nothing.
again, we was asking where is Bam Adebayo after the first 2 games. We was like, where's
Yeah,
Bam?
he
Then he
had 10,
responds in game 3.
but see, he ain't even shooting the ball. He
That's the
had
part.
he had 10 in game one, but he was 3 or 4. He
And
was
we
3 or 4.
and
Like,
again, if you look at that stat sheet, if it wasn't for Jimmy, and if I'm not mistaken,
yeah, Jimmy wasn't.
uh Struce, not Struce.
But okay, you come back game two, he gives you 6.
Yep. We
He
get
gives you
blown out the building.
10 and 6 in these games, bro. And again, he only took 6 shots, but he made 3 of them.
He made 3 of them.
So it ain't like he missing. He
Oh,
just ain't shooting.
my apologies. Yeah, it was Gabe Vincent that was the second leading scorer in game 1. My apologies, Gabe Vincent. My bad.
He gave you 9 in game 4, but he was 3 or 5. Like, this man is scoring the ball like he's being efficient if he would shoot the ball.
Do you understand why I said what I said to you and why you put it down on the screen? I have never seen nothing like this. It's
Yeah, okay.
amazing to me.
In game 5, he had 18 on 8 of 15 shooting. Now, if Jimmy had come to the party, Jimmy was atrocious with shooting that night. Okay. He was atrocious shooting that night. But if he had come to the party, y'all might have had a chance in that one.
But check it out though. This is one of those series where I truly think like people are gonna look back at this series and go,
This is
Boston, okay, game one, they didn't have Smart or Horford. They
well,
didn't have any.
y'all ain't had your boy Hero now.
We didn't have Hero for
Last game
games
game 6,
five and
5 and 6,
six.
5 and
We
6.
didn't have
Okay.
Hero for 5 and 6. So, but we didn't have Smart and Horford missed game one.
Mm-hmm.
Smart came back for game two. He went dumb. Did we have Horford game two? I can't remember. But I know Smart and Horford missed. Then Smart came back game two. Horford might have played game two as well. But then they missed, like Robert Williams was in and out the lineup. And it's just weird to me because, again, the two guys for Boston are still in the mix every night. Brown and Tatum have not been missing in this series. And yet we're going to a game seven, and it shouldn't even be a game seven. We should literally have been at home by now. We should have been banana boating by now. If you really look at this series, like I just told y'all, we only won 2 quarters in the first 3 games of this series. Other than that, 2 explosive outbursts
Mm-hmm.
in a third quarter in a game one and a first quarter in a game three.
Mm-hmm.
And you could totally wipe the game two out because we just got beat to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't been nice.
Well, y'all got a guy who got superstar potential who won't shoot the ball.
He
Jimmy,
better he better shoot a game seven, or I tell you what, ship him to Philly. Give me Joel, because Joel done already let it be known.
Bam.
You ain't heard what I said, did you?
I heard what you said. Well,
Don't gloss over that.
I heard what you said. I heard Joel. He know what he doing. He know what he
Ship that
doing.
ass out of town.
He know what he doing.
I tell
I
you
don't
what,
know, man. If you can go get the 30 ball, you ain't got to be. He ain't got to be one of them guys that just sitting in the dunker spot and waiting on somebody to drop it off to him. He
exactly.
ain't got to be one of them guys that just getting the offensive board and go make a. He is a skilled guy. I
Skilled.
watched him pull a board and bring the ball down. I've seen him do some things around the basket before. I've seen him do a little bit around the basket before.
Facilitates, defends, etc. It's just, and I don't know if it seems a lot to me like it's not a lot goes through him. It comes to him, but it doesn't necessarily go through him. If you feel what I'm saying, it's like, okay, bam, do something with it. Now, okay,
Yeah.
get it, make the right basketball play, whatever it is. But there's no reason for him to shoot 5 times in a game. Bam had a touch inside the paint. Okay, if it gets blocked 5 or 6 times a night by Time Lord and Horford, so be it. But at least you make a draw foul, you make a do something. There's things he can do more of in this, and he's got to do it in game seven. Draw fouls, get him in foul trouble. Like, we have not seen Bam challenge their bigs this whole series, other than game three, where he went hard, he went dumb.
And he took 22 shots that night.
And I don't know, and I want to know,
And Jimmy only took 8.
what did Spo tell him? Did Spo tell him something, or UD? Who talked to him that night? Because I'm like, where we been with it? Where this been? Where this been?
It's really looking like attempts. Can we get some attempts about you?
I mean, man, look, I'm telling you, I'm truly dumbfounded by this whole. We ain't even supposed to be here. We here. This is
So you're
it.
saying when you look over at them Celtics and what them boys got, the way your boys been acting, they should have been taking care of y'all.
Why ain't we on a boat? Why ain't Jimmy drinking Michelob right now? That's all I'm
Y'all
saying.
got the culture though.
The culture is great, and that's the only, and that is the. This is a testament to me, truly, of what a lot of teams in the league need to pay attention to, and that is just the culture.
Some of them boys scared of that culture though, T. I
They
saw
are.
Jermaine O'Neal said that's why he didn't re-sign with y'all. Cause he was like, as he was getting on up there in age, he was like, man, I'm a grown damn man, and I'm up here counting calories like this. He said, fuck that, I got to get on that. He didn't want to deal with that. They be scared of y'all body fat test.
Why you think UD looks so great at his advanced age? Look at UD. If you want to look like anybody, look at UD.
Right.
UD was a thick dude when he came out of college. Like
Mm-hmm.
UD was a big kind of round guy, toned down, slim down, good.
Body fat test, dog.
Bring Joel Embiid over there. We'll have him. Joel Embiid will be a go.
That's what's gonna keep. If he came to y'all, it would be stupid. I'm talking about because y'all will get him in shape, but I don't think he want that kind of smoke.
Pick it up. Pick up the phone, Pat.
T, he don't want that kind of smoke with getting in shape like that.
That man just sat there and said he
said
loves Jimmy Butler.
I heard he say it.
And Jimmy, he believes in Jimmy. He slick told you Jimmy should still be in Philly.
Yeah, he did.
That's what he said.
I mean, yeah, he definitely told me that.
He probably had his light bulb moment sitting out there watching James Harden trick it off. And he thinking to himself, that's the wrong gym up there. God damn.
Oh, boy.
That's what he thinking about. He's sitting out there watching that pat and going to himself, that ain't James Butler.
Right.
I'm just saying, man.
Yeah.
Come on down. Come on down to Miami. You want to stop all that tap dancing? You don't want your manager to dance in them videos and etc. Come to Death Row. Come to Miami. We got you. Come on, Joel. We got you.
Put it on so.
My kids wanted me to tell y'all to make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me across all social media platforms, like the videos, and share them. Did I forget anything?
And turn on the post notifications.
Y'all heard them. And also, visit Statement Tees, LLC.com and shop with us. That's Statement Tees. Every t-shirt you wear
Makes a statement.